Next matchup here, the high school boys open final will be Bishop Shanahan and Malvern Prep. So the high school action here. Joining me up in the booth now, Phaedra Knight. And Phaedra, at the high school level, you see some inexperience at times. You see some exuberance and some energy. What are you looking forward most to see in this rugby action?
I'm looking for both of these teams to really grow into their shoes during this match, right? It's an opportunity to play in the stadium. It's big for them. I think they'll both mature, and we'll see a lot of that energy that you talked about and some great skills.
And so we have Bishop Shanahan in green, Malvern in the blue with white bottoms, and you see them leaping around. And you talked about being able to play in this big stadium here. It's a great opportunity, not only for the fans in attendance, but for you at home on ESPN+. You're going to see the future of rugby right here. This is boys high school. So Bishop Shanahan will start with it first, and they'll try to work their way up through. Getting it wide, but a good strong tack there. Committing a lot defensively. Now we see Malvern's got 6 up front, keeping the one sweeper back. Sure, we'll see this from both these teams. At this level, you might not see such key situations. But as the sweeper back there, it's not just lying in wait. What are you looking for in that deep position to make sure that you don't get overcommitted on either side?
Well, you're trying to stay in line with the ball so that in the event that there is a line break, you're right there in the line of, say, vision, or the actual line of your concentration point where you need to focus.
So Malvern now moving it forward. Oh, through the hands, a bit of a slip there, but able to retain it. Oh, the whistle does go.
And that's the second knock on. Ball went forward just slightly.
And so now we'll have yet another scrum here. And the 7 scrums, 3-on-3 with one filling it in there. It'll be Bishop Shanahan in this case. Mackenzie Cassidy throws it in, but Malvern's able to pick it out. So they are on the move, working his way through the middle. See if he can bust through. Good support there. But an errant pass puts it the other way. Battle for the ball there. And the whistle goes yet again, so Malvern will retain it.
And it was hands in the ruck.
So they're knocking on the door there. Squeaking through, can he get in? Throws it back. Not quite. The passing got to shore up a little bit here. If either team's really successful, as that one goes off the dome there. So a turnover.
Yeah, we've seen several turnovers very early on in this half. Just, probably a mark of inexperience, maybe a little bit of nerves, potentially a little bit of fatigue. But these kids are young, so they should be recovering.
Now, as you're in stride, where would you like to receive that pass? Is it a little bit chest level? Do you want it out away from you? Where would be the perfect pass for Phaedra Knight?
Well, wherever my hands are. If my hands are up here, then I'm expecting it up here. That's always a good indicator of where that ball would best suit the receiver.
Yeah, if you get it in your hands clean, you then can get the legs churning and hopefully points on the board, which is what Bishop Shanahan's trying to do right here. Speed down the sideline, bit of a foot race. The tackle, but not wrapped up, so he's able to pick it up and go, and he might get it underneath the sticks. Does he have the gas to do so? He does!
That's spectacular.
Bishop Shanahan, that's gonna get the squad riled up for sure. Incredible speed there, and Bishop Shanahan strikes first. Look like Matt Rototo on the outside there. Great speed from the wing, Phaedra.
Yeah, he just, he had great field awareness, tore up the right side of the field, knew he wasn't held down, got right back up, and did not stop until he had completed the mission.
And getting underneath the sticks is going to give him a good line for the conversion as well. So a heck of an effort from the young man there. See, the conversion can make it 2 more, and there it is. So Bishop Shanahan, an early 7-0 lead over Malvern. Incredible speed. Now he's got to catch his breath and get right back to it. That's the thing about rugby.
Yeah, but again, I always default to he's high school. He's gonna recover very quickly.
Indeed. We'll see now if Malvern can recover from giving up the try and get back into it. And that's some good speed right there up through the middle, but that sweeper doing its job, slowing up Malvern, but they're keeping the pace, working their way across mid-pitch now. Trying to get some support, bunching up a bit here. And he's going to try to work it wide. Makes a bit of a move, finds some space. Malvern moving well now. We'll see if they can work it down the other side, maybe get a numbers advantage. Short pass there. He sees daylight, holds on to it, goes down to the ground. Able to get it back. Malvern gets it, works it out wide. Trying to fend off, trying to work his way for points. Gets some help, another pass. But just there, did he get over to get it down? Indeed, he did.
And that was just a great team effort. I mean, they had pretty good base play. They retained the ball. The support was there immediately. Really moved the ball. So take a look here at that try. Number 9 just holding it just a second to stall, to wait for his support, and that was just perfect timing.
That's great by the support to get there. You see, he goes to the ground, he looks for the option, gets it in his hands, and a good catch right there as he gets it down and gets in for his first of the day. Bit of a tough conversion here, not enough leg, but Malvern on the board. They get it within 2. So great on Malvern to respond to Bishop Shanahan. They got a nice try there. Bishop Shanahan did, really revved everybody up. Malvern, some strong rugby, working it all the way back down. Looks like Jake Rudolph, excuse me, on that try.
It appears that they're just working out the nerves. The nerves have kind of calmed. Now they're able to play some real rugby.
So now we're settling in. We'll see exactly what skills on display here. Bishop Shanahan showing yet more speed. Can't get by the sweeper. Good job to slow him down. Now it's up for Malvern to get back and mount the defensive game. Bishop Shanahan turning up the dial to 11 here, trying to bust through. Whistle goes, and that's a turnover. You hate to see that.
Yeah, that player did not bind onto an opposing player, and so that's why that call was made.
So what exactly would you be looking for there when you say bind, for those not familiar with the rugby game? What visually shows that's a good bind there?
Well, a ruck is created when 2 players from opposing teams set up in that ruck position over the ball, right? Over a tackle player. That did not happen. There was no one on blue, on Malvern involved. They stepped back, and so that resulted in a penalty. You have to bind onto an opposite player, not your own.
Gets the boot in there. If he can pick it up, he might be able to dot it down for 5. He gathers, he puts it down and puts it on the board. Andrew Schuerman from Bishop Shanahan. Pesky little boot there, turns into 5 more points for Bishop Shanahan. Look at the fancy footwork.
Yeah, just great kick, great field awareness. I mean, that was just a wonderful individual effort, and he just timed it well, picked that ball up, got that perfect bounce off the grass, and scored a try.
And great awareness there to see the opportunity to come up forward, because if he doesn't get a boot there and that rolls through him, it could have been an open lane for Malvern to start trekking down the pitch. So opportunistic from Bishop Shanahan, and the conversion goes wide, but extends it to 7. So now Malvern's going to need to try and score to get back. 12-5, great action here in the boys high school open final. The Penn Mutual Collegiate Rugby Championship on ESPN+. We are crowning champions today here on ESPN. Begins right here on ESPN+, but tune over to ESPN2 at 10 a.m. That's where you get your Cup quarterfinals, your Men's Bowl semifinals. More champions coming up. Don't miss out on the Women's Cup semifinal and play semifinal on ESPN+ back here. And then it all culminates 2 p.m. ESPN News. So your whole Sunday is planned, Phaedra. It is great. Whole day of rugby.
I mean, it's just a beautiful life to be able to watch rugby all weekend long.
There you go. So ESPN full coverage here. Men, women, boys, and girls. Not just the audience, but our competitors today. This is the high school boys, Shawnee Hill, along with Phaedra Knight, up here in the booth.
Bit of a high tackle there.
So Malvern trying to work it, but Bishop Shanahan